Hi ladies, hope you're all keeping healthy. As one of the trainers at the co-op, I thought I would pull together some exercises that were similar to what you would do on the machines and also incorporate some of the exercises that I introduced with the gray mat ladies. Please understand, I'm not a personal trainer, but I am a phys ed teacher. So for the last 40 years, I've been learning from a lot of different specialists and have pulled together a lot of great exercises that I now want to pass on to you. If there's anything that you've been told to do differently, please feel free to change it to your needs or your abilities. So I'm going to do 10 exercises, and in between I even have a gray mat. So we will do a gray mat exercise. There is a ding 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 as if there's change stations now as well. And we will do 2 circuits. So the first circuit will be a little easier, and then and it will be approximately 15 minutes. And then the second circuit, I will step it up a notch, and you can decide if you keep it the same as the first or if you come along to the second. And then after you receive this video, you can repeat it again for as many times if you want it for 45 minutes or an hour. That would be your choice. So let's get started. Here we go. I'm just getting the timer here. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to start with just being on the spot like this for our gray mat. And we will do this the same after each exercise just for simplicity. If you want it just nice and easy, you can have your arms down and just your knees a little bit. If you want to, you can pick it up so that you're really marching. If you want a little more, you can bring those knees up and give yourself even more. And if you would like even higher intensity, you can get those arms going, and that will increase your cardio. But for now, just to start off, I'm just going to start like this. There's our first ring. So the first exercise that we're going to do is sitting on our chair. So our backs are straight, and we bring up our legs, and we are holding them. Hold in your core. You can do both legs together, or you can lower them, and you can do one at a time. But sit up nice and straight, and hold in that core. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Now that we have the timer, we're going to get up and we will do the marching again. The next exercise that we're going to be doing, we will be standing behind the chair. And this is similar to one of the exercises that we do at the co-op. But then the next time around, I'll advance the exercise. So for now, we're just enjoying the scenery out the back, like we're doing this outside, and getting ourselves warmed up. Okay. So we're transitioning to standing at the back. And we are, make sure your feet are right underneath you, and we're pushing back. And then when you come forward, your knees are level, not in front. Push back, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Push back, 1, 2, 3, 4. We will do one leg, and then our gray mat, and then come back and do the other leg. Push with your heel as you do this. And you should be tightening your glute muscles. You should feel it right in here. Okay, back to our mat. And here we go again. Okay. The more that your arms are above your heart, the more your heart needs to push harder, and that gets your cardio going. So you decide what level you want to be at. So when we hear the bell again, we will go back to the chair and we will do the other leg. Okay, standing straight up and down. And we're pushing with the other leg. Here we go. Push, back, 2, 3, 4. Push with your heel, back, 2, 3, 4. Push. Probably one more time. There we go. Okay. We're going to introduce our soup cans. And the one thing I want to say about you can decide to use a soup can or not. Because when you do anything at the club with the arms, the more that you push, the more that you get resistance. You won't get resistance with the soup can, you just get a weight, so it's not changing. So you decide if that's going to work for you or whether you don't use anything at all. But we're going to do an arm exercise and we're going to use 2 soup cans. So our arms are up. We're going to open and close. Keep them nice and high at shoulder width, shoulder height, and open, and you can even extend them. Bring it in, and open, and extend. Extend. Okay, back to here. So we'll be doing the mountain climber, which means that we'll be at the front of our chair this time. And we'll be holding on to it, so make sure that your chair is stable for you to be able to lean on it like this, or put it against something so it doesn't move back as you are doing the mountain climber. And you will be bringing your knees straight up towards the right knee will come up towards the right elbow, or just inside the elbow. So here's our mountain climber. We want to make sure our back is straight, not up like this and not an arch, so keep it straight. And we're bringing our knees just straight forward in between your hands. And if you want to go a little faster, you certainly can. You go at the speed that works best for you. And try to look down. I know you're looking at the screen, but once you know what you're doing, try to look down so we don't compromise your neck. Okay. Back to our marching or whatever you're working on with this exercise. We'll be doing the wood chopper next, just like it sounds, only we'll have our soup can if you wish to use one or have one in your hand. You just need one. Okay, so we're going to bend our knees and we're going to go from here, just as if you're chopping, right over your shoulder. Bend your knees, and we don't want to lock them when we come up, we just want to straighten. Looking down as you're doing this, and then forward. And just do one side. Once we've done the gray mat in between with our on the spot transition, we'll come back and do the other side. Okay, back to our moving. If you feel like dancing or doing something different, go ahead. Sometimes when there's too many choices, it gets a little confusing. So I figured I would keep this to the same thing each time, but you can improvise all that you like. This is all about having fun, staying active. Okay, let's do the other side now. And you're chopping. Okay, I think we have all the wood that we need for our fire. We're all ready to go. Okay. Pulse squat. This is similar to one of the machines, only you would be sitting down on the machine and pushing your legs out for one of them, and the other one you stand and actually have the machine's on your shoulder and you go down. So this time we're going to do it something similar and work some of the same muscles. We just don't have the machines, so we'll improvise. So come into the squat position, pretend that you're sitting on a chair. You can actually pretend to sit on your chair if you want. Make sure that you can see your toes, and we have our arms out in front. You can go to the side if you want. You should be feeling it right here. You can do a little bit of pulsing. Make sure that it's gentle on your knees. You should have your weight on your heels. Arms can be out if you want, and open just to give yourself some balance, or hang on to your chair if you need to. Okay, 2 more to go for the first circuit. The next one is our plank. I'm going to show it on the chair with my arms straight. The next circuit we go to our elbows. For this one, our arm is going to be straight. If you want to do it on the floor, by all means, go down and do that. But I'll be showing with the chair with my arms straight just from the front. Once again, our backs are straight. Looking forward, bend your elbows just a little bit so that they're not locked. Squeeze in your glutes, your bum. Hold in your belly button to your spine. Relax your shoulders. Your shoulders should be over your wrists, not in front, not behind. Get them right over on top. And we're holding everything in as tight as you can for our 30 seconds. There we go. And our last one for the circuit is the skate. So we will be pretending, even though the snow is almost all gone, that we are skating from side to side. Here's our skate. Step and arms go. Legs go in behind. Looking down if you can, so you're not compromising your neck. When we finish this, that's the end of our first cycle, and you can grab a drink of water if you would like. And then I'm going to go through it one more time. Either stay at this level or increase it with some of the changes that I suggest. Awesome, you made it once around already. Grab yourself a drink and we'll get going on round 2. Okay. Here we go. We are going to start with, let me just start with this one. Okay, arms are either at shoulder level, you can put them straight out, you can put them in front, make sure that your knees are nice and high, or you can actually put them above your head and touch your knees as you come down. And you will notice that your heart will start to beat a little bit faster. And you decide if that's the level that you want to be at, and you can always change it by just lowering your arms. Okay, back to our chair. Here we go. This time we are going to put our legs out. Sorry, one, and then you're going to lift it up. You're going to hold it. Feel it in your thigh. Hold it. And let's put it down. Other leg, you put it up and then you lift it. And you hold it. Sitting up nice and straight. Core is tight. Keep it all together. And back down. Here we go. Back to our cardio on our gray mat. Okay, the next exercise, we go to the back of our chair. Okay, and we're moving right along. This time we're going to do similar, only you're leaning forward and we're more of a donkey kick. So you're 90-degree angle, down your leg and up to your foot. You push with your heel, up towards the sky. Make sure that your back is straight so that you're not arching it. Once we do our gray mat, we will do the other leg. Okay, getting ready to make the shift. We start it with the other leg up, and you push. If you need to go back to the standing position, do that. You should not be feeling anything in your lower back. If you are, then bring your leg down a little bit and push it outwards rather than up. You'll need your soup cans for the next one. And we will be doing something with our biceps. So if you prefer just to not use the soup cans, that's fine. Or if you have weights at home, that's even better. Okay, here we are with our biceps. And you can do this sitting on your chair as well, just like you would be doing at the co-op. You can turn it this way, if that helps you too. Just keeping your elbows up, not down like this. Try to keep those elbows up, but not your shoulders, right? And hold that belly button to your spine. We are already back to the mountain climber. But this time, instead of just bringing your knees forward, we will put your right knee to your left wrist. So we're going to cross our feet over, or our knees over. Similar to what we're doing right now, only we're hanging onto our chair. Okay, here we go. Cross. So you're kind of twisting a bit with your waist. Make sure that your shoulders are over your wrists. So you're bringing your knees to the sides and your head is looking downward. Okay. I don't know about you ladies, but I'm starting to sweat. Okay, we will be doing the wood chopper. So we will need one soup can. And remember, we're going to do one side only. This time we're going all the way down to the floor. And all the way up to the sky. All the way down. All the way up. It's a nice flowing motion. This could also be that you're picking something up from the ground. This is a really good functional movement. Back to our knees and our arms. Getting ready to do the other leg, or the other arm, I should say, for how we were chopping our wood. Now we're starting on this side and reaching up over. Looking up. If you have anything with blood pressure, make sure that you have your head above your heart so that you're not feeling any dizziness at all. Okay. And take a break at any time. If you need to get some water, if you need to slow things down, or if you need to pick things up, do that too. Enjoy this workout while we can't be together. At least we can try it this way. And perhaps if there's an interest, we can look at doing a Zoom call, which is always fun too. Okay, we are back to the pulses. Only this time when we pulse, we're going to do that rowing machine. And we're coming back. Make sure your shoulders are down and relaxed. And when you come back, bring it so that your shoulder blades, even maybe just come to here. That's fine. Come a little further. It all depends on how your shoulders are feeling. Make sure that you're sitting down and you can see your toes. And it's a nice gradual row in that squatted position. Nice, slowly back up. Okay, just think, ladies, we only have 2 more exercises to do until we've done the whole circuit 2 times. So the next one is our plank. So if you're on the floor, that's fine. Go down to your elbows. If you're going to do it with the chair, go down to your elbows. Okay. See if we can get it going. Make sure your back is straight. Now we're just going to hold it. Make sure you've squeezed in your glutes. Make sure you're breathing in and out. We don't want anybody holding their breath. You need to be breathing. Hold your belly button to your spine. And just think, we only have 4 seconds left. And you're almost there. You got it. Okay. Last time for this before we go skating again. For our last exercise of our circuit. Okay, so the skating, you can bend over a little farther if you want and see if you can get a little closer to the floor. Whatever works best for you. Watch your balance as you start to bend over a little bit more. You can try and kind of get down to the floor, but if you find it's a little challenging with your balance, then just bring it back up. It's that step to step, side to side kind of motion with a little bit of a swing with our arms that we are working on. And you're looking down. Okay, ladies, that's the end of the exercising, the circuit. You can decide to do another circuit, or remember to do a little bit of a cool down and a stretch like you normally would at the co-op. Do some things. I'm not holding them long enough just in this exercise. Remember, it's a hold for 7, and then a release, and then a hold for 8. You know some of the different exercises that you would want to do. Make sure your knees are together when you push your hip forward. And like I said, I'm not doing the complete hold just for time in case you were continuing on to another circuit. But thanks for joining me. I look forward to seeing everybody back at the co-op, and stay healthy.